And we're back. I am decarbing some weed right now. This is that's what I need to turn this on. So I'm putting this. Okay, let me start over. So I'm gonna put my convection bake. We got this nice gourmet. I put it on convection bake for 250. Oh, 250 for 27 minutes. So I'm gonna start that because it's gonna preheat. And what I'm doing is I've been taking the sticks out of here, these big sticks. This is Candy Kush, and we're gonna bake the weed, which activates the THC. So I think I don't know exactly if it's you convert from THCA to THC, or if you go from THC to THCA. I don't know, but people will be throwing out all these terms. I don't know which one it is, but you activate and it goes from one to the other. Anyways. And you need to do this in order to make the syringe. So this is the first step in making the syringe. So I do this now pretty often. I would say every handful of days that I'm decarbing now.
Man, I think these mushrooms made me bloated. What do you think? Look at this. I ain't kidding. She got all mad when I suggested that fungus were above the animal kingdom.
I said, I know they're above me. It was just that you said, referred to that they don't give a shit.
Well, they don't give a shit what you think. Fungus live forever. Think about it. They live forever.
I know they don't give a shit.
So if you're like, oh man, my tummy hurts, they don't give a shit. They don't.
I think you should show them us instead of do they want to keep looking at the look it's ready.
Okay. Yeah, here she goes.
Okay, here it's ready. We're gonna put it in. There it goes.
All right, Monday night with the Jedi. Come on, I'm gonna play some artsy guitar. We're gonna get all artsy. Get all artsy on. We're gonna get all artsy now.
Yeah.
Man, I'm really glad. Hey, you guys, these are really helpful if you guys are doing any blogging. Get one of these things. They're like $30.
Oh, we have 2 of them. They're really good.
Yeah, we bought 2 of them. They work great. They charge. They're called My Charge. And I don't know what Jay did. She's doing a little art piece here. It's called the glove. Called the glove. God damn it. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I got very stunning. Oh, what happened to Martina? What is this crap we got?
I know, you're the one who keeps moving it around.
Where's that cleaner? There's that kitchen cleaner.
Oh no, I'm gonna.
Where's one of them cloths? You guys get to see what we do on a daily basis.
All right, welcome to Casa du Jedi.
Okay, yeah, this is what we decided to do. So we back in the day used to do a lot more on Periscope,
Crack.
just letting you guys just see what we do on a daily basis. But we stopped doing that because I don't know.
We stopped doing crack.
Oh, I didn't know you said that.
I just substitute crack for everything.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you saying? I can't even hear you over there. This smells nice.
I know, isn't that a nice cleaner?
Anyways, so we got really stoned today, so we thought we would turn on the light for you guys.
Now we're gonna play some. Why don't you play guitar?
Oh, that would be wonderful. Oh, yeah, let's try. Let's see if I can play guitar.
You never know. I'll learn. This is the test to see if you can undo this ability that your brain has told you don't know how to play.
Okay, guys. So yeah, let's see if someone could. If this one, for one thing, feels very large.
It looks normal size. It looks very, very natural. You look very natural holding that. Quite honestly.
Is it natural size?
Mm-hmm. You look very natural holding that shaft. That's what they call it. No, they don't. They call it the neck. Hey, that sounds pretty good.
So, give me a pointer. Wait.
Just go. Just go, man. Just go here. Just make a sound. Yeah. Push harder.
Harder up here?
Find the silver things. The silver things are your little keys.
Oh, the silver is where you want it?
Right before them. That's what makes it. Think about it. It's just a
Do
string.
you want to put your finger flat?
It's
You
just
want to cover the whole silver?
look.
Are you trying to cover the whole silver thing?
Can you stop talking?
Oh, yeah.
Is that possible? Okay. Can you listen? No, put your finger back down there.
But am I covering the silver thing all the way across? Or just
No, put it right. Think about it. You have a big string here, right? And you're gonna make it shorter and longer, and so you got to pinch it.
But do I pinch all the way across? On the
So
whole,
the way you
or
pinch
just
it.
one string?
So the way you pinch it is with these metal things. These metal things stick up so they can pinch the thing for you. So now the string's only that long. We got to make sure that thing pinches that metal thing to shorten it.
Oh, you're kidding.
Well, yeah. So these are your different keys.
That's how it works.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that pinch. Well, think about a string. Don't you know? Have you ever seen a string and strung it and go ding? Have you done that?
What
Like a fishing
instance
wire?
Are we talking a string?
Like anything.
Oh, yeah.
You ever taken a fucking string?
Yeah, and I go ding, yeah.
Right. And what happens when you make it longer? It changes the sound. You know, you make it longer, shorter. You know. I don't know. Maybe you never did that.
Yeah, I never did that, but I'm thinking of it.
Anyways, that's how you do it.
So your pinch, you wanted to. I didn't know. But now, are you pinching one string at a time? Or are you doing how many strings?
Well,
at a
just
time?
practice with one. Jesus, see
So
if you
you're
can.
just doing one string.
See if you can do one. See if you can make it sound right. Try
But
that.
you just put your finger on one string.
Why don't you just do
Well, I'm
it?
saying, is that what you do?
Yes. Why don't you do it and see what happens? No, just hit the one string.
That's what that was doing. I'm like,
Well, you hit all six. This is one string.
oh, you only hit one?
Well, that's what I just said right now. This is a string.
But I mean, you go like
Okay,
this.
you're aware this is a string.
Yeah, but when you go to hit a string, you just go like that.
Try to do that.
That's what
That
you
don't
do?
sound right.
Well, yeah. So and then what I mean, I don't know.
Well, don't ask me. Why don't you ask the guitar and figure it out? There, that sounds better. See, that's the thing. People think that you want an instruction manual on how to fucking make a sound. I don't know. Fucking shut up and fucking start doing it.
I never knew that's how it worked.
Well, the way it works is you gotta fucking do it and then you figure it out. So I tell you the basics, which is that you're trying to make the metal things pinch it, right? There, that's good. Now go down to the next one. Go down to the next one down.
That was on the bottom.
Slide down the next way.
Oh,
No!
what?
Down is that way.
Oh, well,
Up is this way. This is up, that's down.
how do you see these damn things? How do you do this?
Well,
It's quite. I can't even see.
just practice, get one. Good. That's very good. Good.
Because I have never. I thought you just go like that.
There's no guys here. This is just you trying to learn. Okay, just do it. Just you. This is you. Just
I've been guys in the universe since. I don't know. You know one.
no. They left. They're hanging out with Eric Clapton and shit. This is boring shit. It's just me and you. Come on. I'm trying to get you to play. Just start.
Spin on Martina.
Yeah. It's like they're not that interested as much as you think you're interested.
I do not think this is interesting. I'm not talking to anybody on social media.
No, I mean in
We're
the
talking
universe,
about-
the dead friends,
Oh, yeah.
all the cosmic people. Those people are gone. Those people left too.
Yeah.
They're long gone. Your mom included. She went to go see a concert. My
Yeah,
dad.
she likes to actually listen to people who know how to play music.
Once in a while. Well, she was not very supportive of you playing music, as I recall.
No, this is what my mother would say. She would say, "We are not musically talented. We do not know how to dance. We do not like everything was we," and I'm like, I don't. We are not artists. I'm like, I don't know how I became we. Everything, my whole life was we. When me and my mom it was we. So like I didn't get to.
Well, what she's referring to is your pedigree.
Yeah, but she says.
Okay, you know how
we
like
are not able to.
right when she says we, she's referring to your pedigree. Your ancestors, we, Shagrews, we, ancestors, we are people. Just like, okay, there are some races
Oh yeah, we were talking about the races.
that are very bulimic. We,
Yes, we would. That. Oh yes, this was okay.
that's how the whole story is.
So yeah, so I was very stoned earlier, and I reacted very strongly into we're learning to not react. You know, Jared's just pointing out to me is often we react to our perception of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But your perception can be wrong.
Right. Like I might not even be here. I might just be dead. Right. And you guys might just be watching Jedi Joy here, and the voice you're hearing is in your head.
Could be.
And in Joy's head. Which would be really weird that you'd be sharing the exact same hallucination, which you guys should get together. I mean, that's weird. If I'm dead and you guys are both here, I mean, I think we all should be.
Let me give her.
Here, yeah, you keep playing.
Well, I'm going to give her a clean look.
And if I just handed her a guitar, wouldn't that be cool?
We're going to clean look. So,
This guitar did come from outer space, didn't it?
Huh? Yeah.
Mine was destroyed and this one was just showed up.
Yeah, she just popped at the
And that's like,
pawn
boom.
shop. No, you guys, no, you're not even kidding. Listen what happened. So, we have the same guitar, the exact same guitar, but has
not
duct
as nice.
tape all over it, which is so unfortunate.
We had it in the cave.
We had to duct tape it, otherwise it was just going to completely fall apart. You never want to put duct tape on wood. But it was either that or the thing was just literally everything was coming apart. All of it was coming apart. So we had to duct tape it because it was becoming so warped that it was just coming apart. And we were like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" Because we just love it so much.
We love
and
it.
So we were like, "Let's check out the pawn shops," because we didn't really know. We wanted an electric and an acoustic. And we walk into the pawn shop and there's all these guitars. Like not all these guitars. There's 5 guitars, 5 to 10 guitars, but they're all like $100.
But we love this one.
Crappy, no, listen, hold on. Like the crappiest guitars. You like on this wall, you know, and then right in the middle, ding 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 ding, da, 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 is Martina, with a tag that says $750, when every other guitar is like $100. There she is. We offered him $700. But it was crazy because all the other guitars were terrible. It was like the only nice guitar there, and it was the same one that we had. And we needed to replace it. There we go. That's beautiful. I don't even know how you do that. I can't even get it.
No, you just practice. You just keep doing it.
Man.
You will practice.
Man, it's so impressive.
Well, when I'm dead,
No, what's it?
well, I will be dead eventually. Everyone knows I'm gonna be dead soon. And then I'd be reborn again.
Yeah, we ain't dying no time soon because we eat too healthy.
Man, do you guys smell that? Can you guys smell that deliciousness?
Oh right, they don't know.
Tell them what's going on.
So I was like, what was I? Oh yeah, when you decarb the weed.
Oh, it smells so good.
If you like the smell of weed, it's like
It's not even
it'd be like weed cake.
No, it's not.
Like if you weed cookies.
This is nothing I'm gonna smell.
No, but it'd be like if you could imagine like a bun cake of weed.
It's more like when you go when you go to a farm and they gotta feed bales of hay to the horses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fresh smell of hay.
Yeah, because it's not really like a food thing, but it smells like it's good to eat, but it's
Right, because
not
she's
like.
kind of a horse.
But it's not like.
Little horses.
Yeah, horses are nice. I like horses, but it's like not like good, like sugar good. That's what you guys don't understand. When we say delicious now, it's not sugar delicious because we don't eat sugar. We don't eat sugar. That's how you get over bulimia. So back to my blog from before was if you actually to get over bulimia, you can't eat sugar. Bottom line. Because even we were just talking about this a minute ago, like Jared was like, why don't we just go get some ice cream or something? And I'm like, really? Do we really even want to like experience like how shitty that feels? Like, because once you don't experience that, like life is so much different. Like when you're not eating that kind of food. And I even just to think about like even just trying to digest that just sounds absolutely terrible.
Man, I would love some ice cream every once in a while.
Yeah, but it's like the thing is, it's like people fall in love with the idea of food, of like eating food, like
Yeah.
that it's so important. Like, but once you take that away, you realize life is so much more than food.
Right.
But when you're eating sugar, life is only about food.
Right. So what happens is when we, let's say, sense something, like we smell something, like bread with, I don't know, frosted butter and icing on it. Smell that? We're like, if we react instantly to it, with our immediate first thought, we're gonna eat it.
Right.
So what Joy is saying is don't react to your first thought. In fact, hey man, let it be. Enjoy the smell, just let it be smelling. Don't judge it, don't say it's good, don't say it's bad, just let it be. And evaluate it and say, do I really want that shit in my fucking gut?
Yeah, because that's the thing is, people always say, how do you not eat this stuff? And what me and Jared say is, we don't buy it. That's how you don't eat it. Like, if we were buying, like, okay, for one thing, if you buy it, then you'll be like, well, I spent the money on it, so I might as well eat it. If we just had, like tubs of ice cream that were just going rotten,
Yeah, throw it away.
like, that would just be ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
clear out your fucking fridge. Yeah, clear it.
so, like, you don't buy it then, you know what I mean? Just don't buy it and you won't eat it. I guarantee if you don't have it in the house, you won't eat it. And don't, okay, you say, well, I don't eat in the house, I go out. Okay, well, if you don't go to the fucking fast food restaurant and buy it, that's where your control has to stop. You know, once you already start eating, don't think, oh, I'm just gonna eat one fry from McDonald's and not eat the whole thing. Yeah, get the heck out of here. Now, I wouldn't eat one fry. I'd be like, get me 9 boxes of fries now if I ate one. Because then I'm just going to throw up. That's why I say you can't get over bulimia if you continue to eat the food you're eating. Because even if I were to eat anything other than what I'm eating right now, I would guarantee I would throw it up. No way am I digesting any of that garbage. Not a chance. The only thing I digest is protein. We don't eat other garbage anymore because, for one thing, my stomach does not like that kind of stuff. Even if I have like a hint of something else, I start getting queasy because it's just like, you can tell them, guess what, when you eat beef, you never get queasy. Ever.
Well, what I was saying is that if you don't react to things, right, give yourself a chance to think about it, then you can make a decision based upon a different set of perceptions. In other words, let's say if you're really hungry, and you decide to walk by a Starbucks and you smell coffee and you smell sugar and you smell frappuccinos, man, your thought will say, hey man, the gods want me to have a frappuccino.
Yeah, and especially with how many of them are everywhere.
Right, it's a sign I have to have a frappuccino. Not to mention, all my feelings are telling me, as far as I can tell, my brain says get one, and they are. All your feelings in your brain and the universe is saying, do it. Because that's where you have to come in for a minute and say, hey, you guys don't know no better. But these guys called Starbucks, they made something so addictive that no human has seen anything like this in 250,000 years.
But what I would argue with your point, but is your feelings are never actually probably telling you to eat it. What's actually happening is you're now addicted to sugar and it's over here. Because if anything, your feelings are probably telling you it's unhealthy, is what you normally would think. You go, I shouldn't eat this. And then you go eat it. So your feelings actually are always telling you not to, but what happens is your sugar addiction takes over.
Two things, your feelings have no fucking knowledge. Your feelings have very little education. In fact, if your feelings didn't go to school, all they'd want to do is fucking jerk off, play with your pussy, and eat. And that's it. Okay? However, we know that there's other shit to do than that. So, our feelings are like, hey, I don't want to jerk off all day because I know I'll feel better if I go to school and complete my homework. And then jerk off. It's just that your feelings learn, but only if you teach them. So, as I was saying, for 250,000 years, humans have never seen anything like a Starbucks Frappuccino before. So therefore, your feelings don't know what that is. It's like kryptonite. It doesn't know it's addictive. It doesn't know it's addicted. Well, we off.
No, so are you in the shot?
Oh, I don't even think I was in the camera now. Is this thing, is it battery on?
Oh, did you turn off?
Oh no, is it on? Oh dear.
Did you turn off?
Yeah, you gotta make sure that thing's on, otherwise that thing will turn on.
Is it still going?
Yeah.
But are you in the shot?
No, I'm not. I'm over here.
No, but I mean, was it showing you? I don't know how he is.
So yeah, so the point about sugar is, you guys. Now you're not in a shot. Here, just your feet were.
What was in the shot originally? Just
Just you, your head.
Oh, I didn't have like the whole setting here.
Yeah, well, everything was in the shot.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like.
So sugar is so addictive, you guys. You see, it's like kryptonite. The reason why it's addictive is because you don't know it's addictive. Because you guys are smart, right? You guys would never fucking go do cocaine because you have a family. You don't want to get addicted to cocaine. I mean, as much as you know it'd be awesome, you don't want to do heroin either. You don't do anything addictive. So the reason why sugar has gotten to humans, to us smart people, is because your feelings and brain have been told in school that you need to eat sugar to survive. Now, that's partially true. That's partially true. The way a calf needs to drink its mother's milk to survive. A baby calf can't just go out and start grazing grass. It would die. It has to have pre-digested milk. Same thing with a baby human. Up until about puberty, it can eat a ton of sugar because the bones are, breaking and shit. But then after that.
No, really, you don't need to ever consume anything but meat. People think that that's not true. Do you hear all these studies where they say that's bad for you to only consume meat? But it's absolutely not. We've been doing it now for about 3 years, and we've never felt better. And every day we get feeling better, and every day we work on things like when we fight, that we come out on the other side better because we learn from everything. And
what'd you learn today?
About perception, big
right,
time.
crazy,
so,
huh?
Like my perception was really off, because we were laughing, but I thought Cherry was really mad, but we were laughing at the same time. We were kind of it was just a really intense. Okay, you guys, we're in a really small space here for one thing, so anytime we're really just both talking, it's becomes intense because we're in basically a studio. It's pretty much a studio. It's almost worse than a studio because it's a studio that they tried to make into oh, you have a bathroom and you have a bedroom and you have a kitchen, but really it's a studio. If they just took out the walls, it'd be better. These walls make this worse. Do you realize that, Josh? If they just said it's a studio and took out the walls, it'd be helpful. They put the goddamn walls to make it even less room in here, and then they call it a one bedroom. But if they took that wall, we'd have more space. It's ridiculous.
It's pretty true.
It's a tiny one bedroom, and they should have called it a studio and took out the wall. I'm not kidding.
This wall right here would be better to have out and just have it one big space because it's just a bedroom over here.
Yeah.
And
it's so small.
If they took this out, where would we hang the TV?
Well, they got two. I don't know. They got two on the same wall. You're right. We got two TVs on the same dang wall. One wall houses two monster TVs that are bigger than the whole room.
But what's so weird, okay, so it's also human nature too, the way humans are, is that here we are, we're on a reverse island in the middle of an ocean. Yet but the island is even though we have all this endless land out here, they've all just chosen to scrunch in this one tiny spot.
We have this really nice little unit, but if we had bought this, oh my god, I'd be wanting to kill myself. Seriously, if I had been this is where I had to live for 20 years, and I put money in here, and I'm oh my god, because you're in a cardboard box here, it's ridiculous, and people pay good money, and then the security here,
it's
you
tight.
pay to have wait in a 15-minute line to get in there where you live.
Because they interrogate you every time.
Interrogate the people who live there, your pass is about to expire. That's because you only give me a month-long one. So every month you tell me it's about to expire. Well, give me a goddamn new one. You're the ones that gave me the one that's about to expire. It's not my fault. I get it from you. So give me a new one. Well, you can't give me a new one until yours expires. Well, then stop telling me mine's going to expire in 5 days, and then 4 days and 3 days. Just give me a new one now so I don't have to hear every day it's going to expire. Well, I gotta wait to expire until I give you a new pass. Well, then stop telling us it expires, because it makes no difference. You tell me every day it's going to expire in 7 days. You know what I mean? It's ridiculousness. So, anyways, we're going to go to the Flamingo. No. This one is I have it all out of mine. We're going to go to Palm's Place in less than a month. To get a little more room. We're really excited. This is a fantastic units. It's way nicer than the weeklies we ever stayed at. But good lord, it's small. I mean, this is in this couch. I think we might fall in as we're talking right now. I feel like this might be the last event on this couch. It might fall in as we speak. It is really about to give it. So this is what happens when these people have these furnished apartments. They don't necessarily buy the nicest furniture because they're like, oh, someone else is gonna live there, not me. So people, rent out their places furnished, to people. But then they go and they buy it. They go, let's buy the crappiest furniture I could buy for my furnished apartment because I'm not gonna live there.
Here's what I did. When I got a place, I had a place in Portland I couldn't afford no more, and actually whatever. I had two places. I had a tiny little studio that I wanted. It was $400 a month, and then I met a girl, and that was not good enough for her mom. I said her mom not gonna live here, but she said my daughter should not be dating someone that lives in a studio. I said, fine. So we bought a fucking 2-bedroom condo like a month later. I said, fuck you. How's that? No, seriously, I was kind of pissed about it. I thought that was insulting that she was judging me on that. Later, I learned that Anna Maria Wiley was nothing but a hoochie mama. Oh, shit, I should not say her name. But she's just kind of really just a gold digger, And you don't know that at the time. It's perception. Why would someone just date someone? Oh, she's just into me for my money, and that's why I love her. It's like that person would never let you know that. So how do you ever really know? Greg Hedges. I mean, why do they say his fucking name out loud? I don't know. Dan Meyer. Shit, who are these guys? I don't even. It's just like weird. What is that? What is that thing? Autism? What is that?
Tourette's.
Fuck. That's what I have. That's exactly what I have. So, anyways. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how you figure out like if you want to find someone that you can trust, that you can really tell how you feel. But how do you know that she really loves you? Because she's not going to let you know that she just loves you. Like, the only way to know is fucking for you to throw all your money into the goddamn ocean, be fucking dirt broke, cut off from your family, and say, I have nothing. And see if Demi and her kid don't split. Why did I say, who's Demi? Who is Demi Hedges? Demi, no, Hedges. What? Anyways, see how long they stick around. And that's the shit I'm talking about. And that's what a friend is, you see? And that's how I cut my friends out. To get rid of my friends, all I had to do was put them on a note for $25 grand. And that was enough to fucking, oh, Jesus, I paid it back. But I lost friends over that. Friends that I gave more than fucking, I don't want to go into the numbers of numbers of dollars and investments and shit like that.
Yeah, you find out who your real friends
Find out who your real friends are when you get rid of your money. And the fact is that then you have to hide it from people hide it from Heidi. How's that? Yeah. Greg introduced me to Heidi. Funny enough, Heidi is a person who's just obviously out for money. That was so fucking apparent. There's no fucking hiding about that.
Richard. That's why his mom calls him Richard. She goes, Richard. And he hates to be called Richard. She goes, Richard. Your mom.
Yeah.
Richard.
So that's kind of like, and those are just lessons in life, and that's what we figure out. And we're talking about money and just life in general.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about just like what's happening is people are, unfortunately, what's going on, you guys, is the food is really messing with people, and the caffeine. Oh, they're my weed. Remember we were decarbing, but we'll leave that for a minute. Next, it goes in the freezer. We'll show that in a minute. But what's happening is the food is getting so bad, and people are getting so addicted to caffeine, and they think that it's a good thing. And caffeine is meth. Bottom line, you guys, caffeine is meth. And it's really making everyone fat.
Let me just break it down for you, okay? There are different drug classes. There's only like 5 of them. And they get broken down into classes. And one of them is speed or stimulants. And in that class is meth. And that's the stuff that we're all freaking out about. But milder versions of that, in that same drug class, are things like amphetamines, Adderall, and caffeine. And what it is that after you do caffeine for a while, you find that you might be a little schizo. Maybe you might even go to a doctor. They might even diagnose you with ADHD because of your caffeine, and they're going to prescribe you Adderall.
You guys, this is when I was talking earlier. If you guys were watching my blogs or ever watched my blogs, when I say like I don't think anyone has ever truly recovered from bulimia, is because most people are doing caffeine. And if you're doing caffeine, you're not going to recover from bulimia because you're basically on meth, and meth creates a this where you starve yourself and then you have to overeat.
It's basically our
hungry.
society.
Yeah, and that's what society does is they try to everything to delay eating or to deter, to kind of like, oh, let's stay busy and not think about eating, but then everything is still centered around food. But it'll be like, let's busy ourselves in between meals, but then what are we doing for breakfast, what are we doing for lunch, what are we doing for dinner? The whole day is still focused around that, but then busy ourselves in between to not think about it even more. But if people sit at home, which is what they found this in that past year, is if you sit at home, see how long you can go without eating, because you will be eating all day because you're addicted to caffeine and sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And it will make you eat all day if you're eating caffeine and sugar. Bottom line.
And quite honestly, and the reason why we bring it up and the reason why I emphasize it
and who cares if you're eating, but it'll make you depressed and want to kill yourself.
Well, that's on the road. So what happens is that you start after 10 years of vomiting every day, you end up getting kind of depressed, and you might go to a doctor and then they'll prescribe you these psychotropics and shit. Then you're gonna be instead of talking about like Punky Brewster out there, her whole issue from the time she was 6 years old was she was bulimic. Right. And addicted to sugar. They
even show her vomiting. They show her sticking her finger down her throat in the documentary, but they don't talk about it. They just showed it and she's laughing. But they don't talk about that she's bulimic the whole time, and all these celebs are bulimic. And
all their friends are around her. Do you see her friends?
Yeah, everyone is laughing about it.
Because they're all doing it.
You guys, this is not a joke. So if
it's
you
listen, it's a celebrity.
If you don't think it's going to kill you, I'll tell you how it's going to kill you. Bottom line is through cancer, and that's how it kills. If it's not through suicide or obesity related things, like some people that don't do the bulimia.
Well, what happens is you'll see it in the men and often in women. Mostly the men.
Still be
what happens
huge
is,
even though they're bulimic.
Like Will Ferrell, perfect example of a bulimic who obviously loses control and gets fatter and thinner, but for the most part he's just large.
Because it's the level of your size is how much you do your bulimia. So when I was bulimic, I was a full-on bulimic where I vomited every single thing I consumed. It didn't matter if it was a beverage, if it was coffee. Every time I put something in my mouth, I then, about 5-10 minutes, maybe an hour later, as soon as I could, went to the bathroom and vomited it. So even water, I barely drank water, so it was if I did, I barely drank water, so it wouldn't be, so it was every beverage, because I was always drinking like a juice, that I'd go vomit it, because everything had calories, so anything I put in my mouth, I vomited. So I was a very, very thin bulimic. But other people will eat some things and digest some things, but then in private, binge.
But more commonly, what we've discovered is we've talked about that there's a strong correlation between cocaine use and bulimic women.
And so what you'll find is, yes.
And what you'll find is that I think the big secret amongst white women, especially, it's very, very obvious in the Trump administration, but because he's all about entertainment, but it's true across the board. Primarily, everyone is doing a version of what Jedi Joy was talking about, which is starving yourself and then binge eating by accident because you can't control yourself, and then vomiting, and then starving yourself.
Here's why people love cocaine. This is why we don't actually need cocaine anymore. And this is why I loved cocaine for many, many years. And people don't understand, because you will never feel what I'm saying until you get away from the food addiction. Because what cocaine does is it relieves your sugar addiction for the time that you are on cocaine. And that's huge, because everyone is addicted to sugar right now. So when you're not on cocaine, if you're eating sugar, then it's still in the back of your mind. You're like, what am I gonna eat next? What am I gonna eat? Could I eat this? Like food is on your mind.
Sugar
is on your mind, and you smell.
There's one thing.
One thing. But when you do cocaine or maybe meth, probably
Yeah.
you have the speedy ones.
Maybe
The speedy ones will take that away. And that's why people love it. Because bottom line, they're addicted to sugar and they're like, oh, I feel relief from it. And that's why people will do anything for these drugs because they finally feel relief from the sugar. But guess what? If you take the sugar away, you don't need the cocaine. Like you don't, because what the cocaine gives you is relief from sugar. But guess what?
Sugar addiction.
Sugar addiction. But guess what? You can also get that by not having sugar.
So a lot of times the euphoria that you're receiving is the fact that you haven't eaten any food in 24 hours.
Yeah,
that just feels
that
fucking
all the time.
great.
Like, we feel great because we haven't eaten much. We've been so busy.
And so that's why a lot of people were doing cocaine back in the day. And a lot of people do cocaine now, in the Trump administration and on TV.
Yes.
And the reason why she's so adamant in calling everybody out and mentioning who the celebrities are, and we'll tell you they're everybody. Okay.
I will mention particular ones if you want to know.
Well, there's no particular ones. We can go all the way back to Elvis Presley or before.
Right, but some of the ones that are like.
Sorry.
Like.
Just let me finish what I want to say, please, and then you can fucking argue. Okay, so what I want to say is that, so what was I saying now? I was saying that the we're trying. Never mind.
Sorry.
If he could just not talk, I thought out one time, I'd just really be happy. Just the one sentence. She says I talk all day, but I don't think I talk. Did I talk this entire? Was I talking the majority of this blog? I'm not sure. I'll watch it back later, but.
No, I think I was.
Okay, because she says that I talk the majority of the
Oh,
time.
he talks a lot though. You don't think he talks a lot. We
And
both
so,
talk a lot.
and so then when I try to say a sentence, she kind of cuts in and then she says, "Oh well," and I say, "Joy, let me talk." She said, "Well, you talk all the time." And so I'll look at this back and see if I, what she's talking about, because I don't want to talk all the time. I just want to get one question thought out, and then you guys run with it.
Well, probably because you take a long time to get your thought out.
Well, again, a long time would be a perception issue, because a long time to some would be a short time for others. A long is a perception. So when you realize that your perception is what's causing your issue, get rid of that shit, because your perception is what's going to stop you from ever learning how to play guitar.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so what it is like he's saying, perception, but when you're on sugar, your perception's all off.
What I was saying was this. No one is going to fucking tell you about bulimia except for her. Because everyone else on TV and on YouTube
It's bulimic.
is also bulimic. So,
and maybe they're not doing it right now, but they have done it.
She couldn't let me finish my
I'm
thought.
sorry.
She almost did. She heard it, she could do it, but she couldn't control it.
It's so hard.
It's
I'm
like,
just so excited.
why can't you keep the control and excitement and say after I'm done talking? Why is it only excitement to interrupt me? And then once I'm done talking, you're no longer excited. It's just silent, just dead in the audience. It's only exciting just to interrupt the guy who's fucking talking.
No, you get me pumped up because you start
Right,
talking
then why
about
can't that excitement last like 5 seconds longer for me to finish my sentence and then you interject? Because when you wait, then you're like, they need to sit there and don't say anything, and then it's like, great, dead audience. But the only time you get excited is to interrupt someone, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what your trained was. Because see, someone taught you to talk was to cut other people off. And that's not the way to communicate. And that's just it. We're just showing you guys. Because you guys probably do this at home. There's another thing you could do is interject. Right? Like someone else could interrupt me to finish my sentence if they know what I'm going to say, to let me know that they're on board. That's okay. But to interrupt and then take it to a different direction.
Oh, it's never do a different direction.
About themselves, about the same. They take one word about what you're talking about, and then they take it about a subject.
Well, you knew he was not. All I was going to say was. What you were talking about, but don't do that. I don't like that.
Well, you do it all the time. This is what you sound like. I gotta tell you what you sound like. I'm giving you feedback, man.
Okay. Anyways, are you gonna do that, or are we gonna have a blog?
Okay, go do your blog.
No. I'm just saying. Are we?
Oh.
No, I'm not doing a vlog. Not like that. Not like, oh, go do your vlog. No, I'm just saying. What
No, I was saying that what I was trying to get my thought off here before she interrupted me was that you're not going to hear anybody talking about it because everyone is bulimic. And if everyone is bulimic, it's like, look, if I'm doing a bunch of fucking cocaine every night, right? I'm getting high as a kite. the last thing I'm gonna do is come on TV and start pointing out other people who are doing cocaine. You know who did a lot of cocaine? Is that Will Ferrell?
You know.
And I
Tell you
gotta,
how you could tell.
yeah, and then act like,
sniffing.
yeah, the last thing you want to do is start talking about cocaine when you're doing it
That's
yourself.
bulimic.
So
That was what I was gonna say. I was going to say, if they're not bulimic right now, they probably have been, and they don't want to tell you about it because they always know in the back of their mind they're gonna go back to it.
all right.
So they never want to tell you all the dirty secrets. But I always told all my dirty secrets, and that was always when I would go back. But until I figured out what to do, that's what I'm telling you guys now. I did have relapses because when I just tried to just stop eating, when I forget that and just try to only eat a little bit and then don't throw up. Yeah, get the heck out of here. Never happened. So I would relapse until we changed our diet, and now we only eat organic beef. And be, oh, that's insane. Well,
Now, how long has it been since you've been off caffeine?
Oh, guess what? It was my birthday, 2018, March 24th, 2018. And that's my birthday. That's why I remember it was the last time we had a little bit of tea with caffeine. It was caffeine-free tea even. You guys don't realize caffeine.
And what happened?
Still has. Oh, I was doing somersault and kicks and
And then what did you do to your ankle?
No, that was not on that. I did not sprain my ankle
Oh.
then. That was from doing nunchucks and dancing. No, I was doing kicks, and then we cut out caffeine, and I got depressed as
Fat.
shit and fat, and that's why you guys are scared to get off of it. And you know what?
You got
If you don't
pay the piper.
pay the piper, you got to do it. I was fat. I was fat for about 2 years.
No, probably about a year.
A year.
Don't eat too. Because 2 years would be weird. That'd be like you're eating something wrong.
No, because we didn't know what to eat. We were still eating.
That's true. We were
But
still
now
eating.
I'm telling you guys, if you
So
do
you're the first person
if you like
that
to,
has quit doing caffeine
yeah.
on the planet Earth. You're the first person who successfully quit caffeine.
Well, I would say the one that was bulimic for a good amount of years, I was bulimic for 15 years, and then to stop sugar and caffeine completely. Tell me someone else. I don't know.
Well, do you know anybody else who just lives on a steady diet of nothing but organic grass-fed beef
All I eat is beef. And
for
water.
nothing but two years on the beef,
2 years on the beef.
3 years caffeine-free?
Even when we try other stuff, I don't usually try it. Only to resistance because I don't change my.
And that's why my stomach is flooded, and that's
You
why.
ever try like the eggs? I don't mess.
And that's why I'm more tired, and that's why I get
I only
crankier.
do the beef because my body is more at risk because I messed it up so much with my bulimia that I don't play around with it. I don't he'll once in a while try other things and let me know how it goes.
Well, I do because it makes me bloated, and the fact is that it's come down to this: is that really as adults we don't need much more than organic beef, and that's what you kind of discovered. It's not the most fun life, in the sense of like if your life is about like going out to eat and eating pizza with kids and watching movies and shit, you're not gonna like this diet.
No.
You can't like if you have kids. If you have like a fucking family, if that's your entertainment is eating, you will not enjoy this. But if you're all about fucking maybe getting off the sugar trip of fucking just being addicted to constantly like thinking about like what I'm gonna eat and when you're eating,
And
thinking
you're sitting around like we do.
what I'm gonna eat and sitting around like you do.
Instead of thinking about like most people will be like if they can't do what we're doing right now, they would be thinking about food. We don't think about food. We haven't even barely eaten much today because we've been so busy, but we don't think about food. It's just whatever. And if we're not doing anything, we'll get hungry and we'll eat our 3 meals a day of beef. But like if we get busy, you don't think about it. Whereas when you're on sugar, okay, you guys, when you guys think his hunger is not hunger, it's sugar withdrawals. So what you think is like, oh my gosh, I'm starving. You'll never feel that when you're eating beef. You'll just start to get hungry, your stomach might even start growling, and you'll be like, oh, I guess I'm hungry. But you'll never even know what hunger is when you're eating sugar. You'll feel starvation, that's sugar withdrawals. If you ever go, I'm starving, that's sugar withdrawals. Because no one in this society is ever starving. I don't even know if anyone's starving in any country at this point. They say there's people. What country do we have starving people? Because everywhere I've gone, people are pretty fat.
I mean, even
I
the
ain't
poor.
seen no starving people nowhere. We've been to some poor areas, and we were just in the poorest area in Panama. Oh my gosh, you guys, we got in so much trouble for even recording. They almost fucking lost their shorts. In the whole town, you can't even have a camera. It's like they live in metal boxes, and they're like these shacks, and they don't want any photography of their shacks. We're like, they took our camera and deleted all of our photos. We were like, what the fuck? You can't just take someone's camera and delete their photos in 2020. Then you can't just grab someone's camera out of their hand and delete all the photos. They did that to us. We were like, get the heck out of here.
You found a different drug dealer.
different weed dealer, asshole. He really was a weed dealer. I was like, fuck you. So, we didn't go to him no more. But anyways, we smoke weed. That's why if you guys ever like, oh, you guys look intoxicated, it's called being stoned. Like, that's just weed.
This is Joy's little judgment thing because she knows that people judge.
No, but people always think that if you're happy that you must be on something. And in reality, you do kind of need something. We need our weed. When I don't have my weed, I am not fun, to be honest. I am depressed and I don't want to make videos and I don't. So there is a truth to that. Oh, you must be on something. Weed, which everyone needs.
Oxygen.
No, we actually have cannabinoid receptors in our body that are lacking without weed. We were actually supposed to have weed and they took it away from us because it's a weed, you guys. It's weed from Earth. And we have receptors that we were supposed to know about weed and we were supposed to be able to have it freely and grow it freely and not have it be illegal and really not have to buy it, to be honest. It should have just been able where we could grow it. If it wasn't illegal ever, it wouldn't be having to be so expensive in the first place. But since it was illegal, now it's expensive. Even though it's partially legal, it's still really expensive because it's this legality bullshit. But really, it's a weed that grows that everyone should be able to grow, and it should be plentiful, like oxygen. And so you really have cannabinoid receptors in your body. And so if you view weed as a drug, that's crazy because it's not. The drugs are the sugar and the caffeine. So you're on drugs right now if you're doing sugar and caffeine. But then you're viewing someone smoking weed as on a drug. So it's a really, really weird thing because it actually, the caffeine and the sugar are actually drugs. You can read about it right now anywhere and see the definition of caffeine and sugar is that they are a drug, whereas you can read the definition of weed, it is not a drug. But somehow our society says the opposite, even though you can literally read that, and that is actual scientific evidence. They say caffeine and sugar are drugs.
It's because
weed is a weed. It is not a drug. But society wants to make weed so awful because it actually makes you aware of the bullshit, and they want you to continue to do the sugar and the caffeine and alcohol because then you'll buy the bullshit and buy all the food and watch the dumb programs that they put on.
Well, really what it was a progression because you see the sugar, tobacco, and coffee industries had already been established for profit making. And the sugar industry was much bigger than the fat industry, than the beef and cattle industry. So they had a lot more money to spend on lobbying the U.S. government on dictating on what the USDA recommended daily allowances should be. So in 1940 or 1920 they started doing it, but in 1940 they came out with the official 7 food groups or whatever they are, and they said you have to eat equal portions of them.
Yes.
And they started saying people have to eat more and more of the grains and stuff like that because the sugar industry lobbied that it was healthier to eat grains and vegetables and fruit, sugar, than it was to eat fat. They're trying to pin heart attacks and heart disease on bacon and fat.
Right.
And they're saying that sugar wasn't the culprit.
The president had a heart attack, and they wanted to know the reason. Which president was this again?
I don't remember.
It was
I don't even know what you're talking about. Anyways.
One of them had a heart attack, and they all freaked out. I can't remember all of them. Remember in a second. And then they started blaming it on the red meat and on fat instead of the real issue, which was the sugar.
No, the real issue at the time most likely was probably nicotine and tobacco. So what happened was the perfect storm.
Yeah.
Tobacco fought the cattle industry, okay? And they said, hey, it's not nicotine that's making people die of heart attack, it's the goddamn fat. Well, sugar said, hey man, if that's true, we're gonna make a lot of fucking money. And they got everybody to start drinking orange juice in the morning instead of fucking just drinking water and eating steak and eggs.
Yeah, because I can't remember what they were saying.
So anyway, so what happened was, back in the 50s, 60s, they're doing all this stuff, and so they convinced the government to print these documents to say people should eat equal parts of all these sugars.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they should eat 3 times as much sugar as you should meat. If you ever saw the thing, you get a little piece of steak and everything else is vegetables, carbohydrates, and then even a dessert with sugar on it. And it even said that was healthy. And then the thing of milk. They gave you milk, which is nothing but sugar water. Lactose, more cheap.
Never
Drink milk as an adult. So, even if you don't even want to do our diet, you shouldn't be drinking milk. That's ridiculous.
No.
Anyways,
that's so many issues.
so all that stuff was just to make people in the Midwest money. The farmers out there money. It's all about money. At the time, there was the tobacco, the weed industry was illegal. So there was no way for them to lobby to say, hey man, weed will make you healthier.
Yeah.
So sugar became, hey man, sugar is good for you, weed is bad for you. Because they made it illegal in fact they made it illegal in 1935. It wasn't just recently. So that's kind of that's the history of things. So now here we are, and we have a channel, and we're live, and there's probably like 2 people that are gonna watch this. But now you know why.
Because we get
All those fuckers out there you got on YouTube are all fucking
all
believing.
5 of you get to know the truth.
Yeah, the truth is that when you put it on TV, watch it and you think about them vomiting their
They're
meals.
vomiting every meal. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So,
Julie
here's
Chen.
the deal. No, we've been watching all the old movies, and the biggest of stars are the biggest of bulimics. Because the more money they have, the more incentive they have to throw up. Because think about, I want you guys to think
Who was
about
the king?
No, Elvis. Actually, everyone knew that Elvis had an eating disorder. His favorite thing to eat was peanut butter and chocolate. Like he would make these huge
With bananas.
With bananas, like he would make these.
Bread.
They talk about like he would just overeat like crazy.
See, what I'm doing is I'm interjecting, guys. This is called interjecting, not interrupting.
He was big time bulimic, and we love Elvis. Like we love Elvis, so we're not trying.
No, we're here to help Elvis.
Yeah. No, but the stars now that the biggest ones, like the biggest winners right now, the ones I could say are the
Michael
biggest.
Jackson.
Okay, well, yeah.
What do you think?
Yes, he was bulimic. But listen, Haley and Justin Bieber are like the biggest bulimics.
Yeah,
right now.
for sure.
I would say those 2 need the most help. Like right now, like those 2, like you guys don't realize they're a couple, so they are just like eating
they're
and
probably gonna
vomiting
be.
all day long. That's all they do, and it's like they're going to like what's gonna happen
They'll
is
split.
they're gonna split or they're gonna kill each other.
They might have babies.
No, or like it's gonna be really bad because you can. What happens with bulimia is you go crazy. Because you cannot
Your
think
perception's
that,
off.
You cannot think that you can just eat and vomit and that it doesn't affect your well-being.
What?
It affects you so much.
What does it affect
It
most
affects
like?
your psyche so much.
What about your perception?
And your perception. Because
And
you're
how
just
valuable is
off,
your
And
perception?
you're usually lying to people so much.
How about is your perception when you're talking to people?
Oh, it's so important.
Right, so if you think that you can eat a fucking wedding cake and still be skinny as Haley Bieber because you vomited it up, your perception about how the world works is off.
It's really off.
So your perception on everything is off. So years and years of that
But
misperception.
here's the biggest thing, you guys. Sugar feeds cancer. So if they don't end up dying from
Breast
depression
cancer.
or something, it's going to be cancer.
Or colon
Because
cancer.
the more bulimic they are, the more chance they're going to have cancer.
Who's just died of colon
What
cancer?
you don't understand is like Audrey Hepburn, why she died so young. These ones that are like, oh, how they die of cancer? So because they were the biggest bulimics. So on a daily basis, they were consuming thousands of grams of sugar, because when you vomit, you can consume so much sugar. Like you can eat 24 donuts and then vomit it, and like most people wouldn't eat that in one setting, and then you can do that all day long. But guess what? The sugar still absorbs in your system and it feeds cancer, whether you vomit it or not.
But here's what they're experiencing. What they're experiencing is, oh my God, I wish I could eat a dozen donuts and be that thin. How do you do it? And they're just like, oh, it's amazing.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's this wonderful thing.
Right. And the next thing that they're going to say is, oh shit.
And then
please.
they're going to go fucking nuts. And
Well,
that's why they
besides
kill
that,
themselves all the time.
Then
too.
they'll say, please pray for me because I have breast cancer now.
Either cancer or they kill themselves. You go, why do the stars kill themselves? Because they're bulimic. All of them. Any celebrity with any amount of money, I would say, is bulimic. Because you're telling me that, listen,
They need to find the suicide because a lot of times, see, they tell them it's overdoses. They don't even know you're
all these overdoses don't exist. You don't overdose on drugs.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't overdose on drugs. I've tried 3 times to kill myself with drugs. It is extremely hard to overdose with drugs. I am not kidding.
That wasn't possible.
I tried 3 times. I took whole
You always
bottles.
wake up.
You wake up, you vomit, and you wake up. They are not ODing. They are killing themselves.
Yeah, they're killing themselves. And they're saying it's an OD.
And they're saying it's an OD because they don't want you guys to know that all the celebs are killing themselves. People, why are they killing themselves? They all want money and they're beautiful and blah, 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 blah. Because they're bulimic. And they're unhappy, and it's a fraud, and they're lying. And that's why they hate themselves, because they're lying to the public. So when they go home, it doesn't matter how beautiful you guys think Marilyn Monroe and Hailey Bieber and Audrey Hepburn and Elvis Presley and Justin Bieber and fucking Kim Kardashian and Beyonce, they're all bulimic. And Katy Perry and Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift and Will Ferrell and what's his name? The guy I was just talking about from Saved by the Bell. We were just
Screech.
No, he just died. Screech, but the other one,
He died of
Mario
cancer.
Lopez. All these guys.
All the guys that Saved by the Bell.
All these guys. They're on TV, and you're like,
Punky Brewster's TV show.
all of them. All the stars from the '90s. All 90210.
Oh, you're so bad.
All of them. Tori Spelling.
All bulimic.
They're all bulimic.
And why is it that?
Every single
Here's the
one
thing.
of them.
They all think to themselves.
And they think you guys don't know, and you probably
No,
don't.
here's the thing. I don't think that the average person watching you, listening to you, doesn't vomit their meal. Okay? They don't even understand the concept of that. So when you tell them that they're throwing up, they're like, so fucking what, kind of? At least they're not doing drugs.
This is the thing. When you do bulimia, it is a drug. You are using it as the most intense drug on the planet. It is more intense than heroin. Because what you are doing is you are using sugar, which is the most intense drug on the planet. I don't know if you know that. It's the most intense drug. It is the most intense drug. And you are using it at lethal levels when you're a bulimic. Because you are taking lethal doses of sugar through things like cake and donuts and smoothies and Starbucks and pizza and nachos
Every day.
and every day, because they're eating it and vomiting every single meal, and French fries in every fast food restaurant, and they're taking lethal amounts of sugar, and they think they can just vomit it and it's not going to affect them. It's going to affect everything. And that is why celebs are killing themselves and dying of cancer and just unhappy
And actually acting kind of nutty.
and just crazy.
What about the crazy one?
Britney Spears
Obviously,
has been bulimic her whole life.
That's the big issue there.
It's what makes her fucking nuts.
That Punky Brewster, we just
Punky
watched that.
Brewster, is she bulimic?
Yeah, but who was she? I didn't know
Every celeb basically on TV.
I don't know who she was until she started yelling at me on
I know,
Twitter.
and then they literally should have.
She started yelling at me because
They
called
showed her
her.
sticking her finger down her throat.
I said that all I said was that the documentary should.
Oh yeah, she had a troll account and she started attacking us.
Started attacking me. I was like, who's this?
Because we said, did you tell the doctor you were bulimic when you got a breast reduction?
Yeah.
Because she
Yeah,
got a breast reduction. Because like that's what happens. Bulimics don't tell their doctors they're bulimic, so they just do everything. Oh yeah. Okay, so we have a friend. Oh, and they have babies.
What?
They
The
have
boobs.
babies.
The boobs.
No, they have babies. Bulimics have babies.
Yeah, what's up with that?
You are a horrible fucking person if you have a baby when you don't even know how to feed yourself. You selfish pieces of shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm not into having babies, but I mean, if I were to have a baby, I'd want.
I first want to know how to eat myself and not be vomiting
Yeah,
every
one of the
meal,
reasons
and
why I
then
didn't have
try to
babies.
bring another person
Yeah.
into this earth. And when I vomit every meal, are you fucking nuts, bulimic mothers? And there's a ton of them. They are like taking over.
They're taking over.
All of the Christians. All the Christian moms.
The pastors.
You know what they do is they judge everyone that does anything except for eat and throw up. So like if you're doing weed or sex or anything
Or singing.
or singing, but if you're eating and vomiting, that's fine. And you
Well,
can
no.
have 1 million followers on YouTube if you're showing that you're doing a diet that's
Well, that's
really
the
just
worst.
eating and vomiting, which is all these girls are pretending to do diets, trying to, oh, I did this bad diet. No, you ate and threw up. And you're pretending to do a diet.
Yeah, how is it that
and you have 1 million followers that every day you do a different diet? No, every day you eat and vomit your food and
This is a
pretend.
good question for like just the YouTube community and just online in general. Why is it that when we talk about bulimics, when we talk about people lying on television, you censor us?
Yeah, they shut us down.
But then you allow people to get millions of views that are lying to their audience, saying, "I eat this. This is all I eat: a pancake and waffles, and that's how I stay thin." But they're not telling them that they vomit, which is very unhealthy. So why are
They
you
even
letting?
have entire shows
So
now.
why are they letting them? Why is YouTube allowing them to have? Oh, look at all this food I'm eating, and they show this sexy skinny girl, who they don't say is vomiting,
Yeah.
obviously, but they just show. So basically, what they're doing is they're lying to the people, saying, "Look, eat this food, and it would look like,"
Look at her.
which is not true. In fact, you'll get cancer and you'll get fat.
And she's not
which-
if she's gonna get cancer and get fat. Here's the funny thing.
But hold on, but that's considered fake. That's
No,
what
but
you
here's
call.
the joke on everyone. They are getting cancer and getting fat whether they're bulimic or not. That's the joke on all you bitches. If you think you're gonna get away with vomiting, you're out of your goddamn mind. It's catching up with everyone, and everyone is getting fat, even if they're bulimic. And it's driving them crazy. Every year they're getting fatter, even if they're bulimic, because guess what? You can't cheat. You can't cheat.
Mm-mm.
Can't cheat.
And that's why we're here, is to let people know. Is that, see, Jedi Joy and I are, we're probably not your best candidates.
Oh, is that my soup? That's our bone broth is done.
Go get it.
My timer for my bone broth.
Bone broth time. Let's go show you what you're doing.
I gotta put my timer. Hold on, let me put my shoes on.
So
Oh, guys, I'm so mad about this. I gotta put my shoes on.
What happened
otherwise
now?
I'm just gonna literally.
Oh, it's so gross around here.
Literally, I will
Oh,
I will
it's so
I
gross,
will
mopped.
freak out my shorts if I don't put my shoes on. Oh, I gotta tell this story.
It's so gross on the floor.
It's so
Well,
gross.
it's so
okay,
good.
let me get to
That's
this.
you just melting. It was so nice in here until you did that.
No,
You tried to make
I'm
it
so
better.
mad. Oh, I forgot about the weed. Shit, we got so many things to do in here. Okay, we okay. Here we go. You guys, so I'll tell the story. I tried to clean the floor this morning. Oh, my timer's still going off. I don't know my watch.
Where is your timer?
I need my watch. This is what's going on. This is okay. Watch time. Stop. My watch is charging. That's why I'm out of sorts. Okay. Let me get my watch and then I'll feel better here. I was charging because it has to charge once in a while when I get out of sorts. So, I thought I would clean the floor. The mop that this person has here is so disgusting that I literally just spread around like nasty bacteria and it smells so bad. And then now I need a new mop. But it's like, it's I can't even, like, the thought of this.
Are we gonna have dinner tonight?
Maybe. We gotta decarb over here. But you guys, literally, it makes me so mad because I was trying to clean. Imagine you think, oh, I'm gonna clean and it's gonna be wonderful. And then it's like purely opposite. Like you literally swished around nasty bacterial fungi mold instead of cleaning. That's what I did with the mop. It's like the mop smells so bad I didn't know, because I'm not going to put my face to it, you know. I didn't notice till after I mopped the whole place that it was... It's so gross. And I'm like, oh, you couldn't fix it. It was like beyond fixing. It was like, it's just done. Like we literally, it's like we have to take the tiles out and start over. It was so bad. No, I have to get a new mop. That's what we have to do. But anyways, okay, we're decarbing over here. We got going on here.
Oh shit, that was loud. Sorry, I reacted. See, you're testing me now.
I'm stoned, so.
I didn't react until I thought that was all the weed.
All right.
I want to do a bong hit, maybe.
We need. As if we need more weed. We'll see. I need these guys. So we put on the gloves.
See, did you hear that little judgment thing? Did you hear that? Did you hear that one? That's the one you got
Well, because I'm just dropping shit. That's why I'm laughing. Because I'm dropping shit.
But wasn't that good? Funny?
Yeah.
Was it necessary to make that right? No, what we do is we're all schizophrenic, and we got to kick out some of the fucking voices in our head that are no good no more. The negative ones that judge us and just say, you know, I mean, look.
Double goes. If you want to see what's in our fridge,
Take a look.
so we have the egg only for when we make our weed.
Which I don't think we're going to do
I don't
that.
even know if we're gonna make it again.
No, we are. Yeah, we are.
Well, we've been making. Well, this is the syringes, but we used to make weed butter, so we have eggs for that. But and Jared's just been doing a little bit of mustard. I don't.
You don't like the mustard?
I don't mess with anything. He's been trying a little organic mustard.
I find it to be
He'll
delicious.
let you know how that goes, but that's what we eat. Is what's in there.
So here's your fridge. So
The eggs are not what we eat.
So what's your
That was-
favorite treat in here?
Ooh, let me have some goodies right here. Nom 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 nom.
So when you
nom.
get it creamy,
Give me some beef. Nom 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 for my tummy. That's what all we have. Oh, I'll show you what we have. For a
let's see.
snack.
Yeah, where's your?
Ah,
What about your
oh.
cupboards?
Oh, here's a snack. Here's a snack. Right here. There's our fast food. Nummin, nummin, nummin. I almost forgot. It's time to turn that baby to warm. This is organic bone broth. Pop it to warm. It was on low. It's just that time. It was a timer. That's what we came over here for. I forgot. Pop that baby to warm. It's been cooking for 8 hours.
So this is your treat?
This is our treat. And this is fast food. So when we have bone broth, fast food after 8 hours. After you wait 8 hours, it's pretty fast food.
Are we gonna have dinner?
Well, there's your dinner. No, yeah, we're gonna have dinner. But
Okay,
let
good.
me
You said maybe before.
No, I gotta get this weed out of here. So this is the next step. So this we normally would have taken out earlier. Are we showing them?
Yeah, I showed him.
Is it showing me or I can't tell? It don't look like it's showing.
It's showing
I
everything.
can't tell. You don't look like it's pointing over here. So we had it in our little convection bake. I use my gloves because if you touch the weed, you will actually lose some of the potency because the THC is going to absorb into your skin. So we're going to put all these guys that we just baked at 250 degrees. We're going to put them back in the jar. Try to not spill too much. It's actually very hard with these gloves to get them in the jar because they're so big. You're like,
Yeah, I think hey guys, we're gonna do this every night. You guys come hang out with us every night.
because this is the shit we do.
This is like pretty much what we do. We just bicker, fight, do shit, play music, eat, and then
And we
we go to bed.
And we make weed almost every night.
Yeah, pretty much. We're always doing somewhere. So
Every couple of.
we do a lot of projects, a lot of chemistry projects around here.
We used to do a lot of lives on Periscope.
That's when we had Joy had a lot to say.
On Periscope.
Now
During the shutdown, right? I forgot we were doing that during the shutdown. I was doing Periscope last year. Oh yeah, you guys. So this is the 1 year anniversary of March 17th is when they shut down all the casinos. We were out for St. Patty's Day. I had my green tights on, and that's when they shut down. They shut down the Caesars. I was so mad.
You're all ready to have a fucking
Yeah,
celebration.
we're gonna have some nice St. Patty's Day fun, and they
Goddamn fucking
they
MGM.
shut it down. That Governor goddamn Sislak. Don't get me started on that guy. I'm just kidding. I don't really care anymore. They had to get rid of Trump, so whatever. Okay, so now this.
Hey, the bong's clean.
Decarved. I know, I cleaned it.
Oh, great.
Our decarved. I showed them the clean bong. But
Okay.
this goes. So this goes in here.
Okay.
In the freezer now. Oh, I'll show them what's in our freezer. That's just I'll show you guys. He's not with us. He had to go to the bathroom. So.
I'm dead now.
Oh, don't say that. So in the freezer, this is our alcohol here for making. So you need rubbing alcohol to make the syringes. But the 91, I don't know what this one was. How he got this one dirty. We really should just. What is this dirty rubbing alcohol? Can we just toss this? Are you ever gonna use this dirty? Yeah, this is just ridiculous. That we don't need. I don't know why he's holding on to a dirty rubbing alcohol. But anyways, the 91 is not very useful. You need the 99 for what we're doing here. See, these ones are 99, and I got some more coming in the mail. But all that we have in our freezer, this is what we have in the
Oh, that was good. You cook those?
organic beef.
Let's cook them.
Oh, you just cooked them. That's
What do you mean?
that's what just cooked. Another batch of these.
That looks delicious.
And we have another round.
How long does that take?
Well, 8 hours
Oh,
from that
fuck,
state.
I'm starving.
But guess what? 8 hours. Bam, bam, bam. Just happened overnight. 8 hours done. Look at that.
You're fast.
Fast food. Fast food.
What? You don't even need me here running the camera. You can figure it out.
8 hours done. Talk about daylight savings. We just jumped 8 hours. Oh, and we have a clean bong. Here we go. So, I cleaned this bong when we were fighting. Get good things done. In the midst of... Yeah, I don't know what this dirty rubbing alcohol was about, but I'm just...
use that to clean.
To clean what?
The bong out.
Oh, when we didn't have the bong cleaner. Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like rubbing alcohol at all, to be honest, but you have to use it for the, What are you guys seeing? I
Does it
can't...
really bother you as the solvent?
Oh, yeah, I won't use it to clean, because I don't like
No,
it.
does it bother you when you cook it?
You know, it's interesting when I do that somehow, I don't
It doesn't
know,
bother you.
it doesn't bother me as much.
Because you're aware that you're not drinking it.
Yeah, I'm not drinking, but when I have it, like if I'm cleaning
You
with
think
it, I
you're
just
drinking
don't like it. Yeah, it's really weird, but when I'm doing the weed, I don't know, somehow I
Your
don't
perception is that you're
notice
gonna
it.
drink it.
Yeah, but like if I'm cleaning with it, it's weird, yeah.
But then-
No, I really do want to, sometimes it's so weird. Even, you know what I want to drink is the weed cleaner. It's the weirdest thing, guys. It's so weird. So, like you go to, it's really weird. I'm telling you, there's this weird psyche thing. It's deeper than you realize because, like, you go to pour this in here, and it's like a pink, let me pour in something. It's like a pink, watch this. You pour this. And you don't get it now as much. But if you were looking at it, you want to drink it. Seriously, you want to drink it. It's the weirdest thing. Even though
What
it's
do
a
you
cleaner.
want to drink?
The cleaner. Do you not want to drink the cleaner all the time, right? Isn't it weird? Like you want to drink it, you go like, you
I
go.
think you have a drinking problem.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Because I don't feel that way.
So I'm telling you, yeah, I don't drink. Because like even the cleaners, I want to
You ever
drink.
think you might have a drinking problem?
Yeah, of course I have a drinking problem. That's why I don't drink.
No, but you seem like you want to drink everything.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. It's not just like
Yeah.
alcohol problem. Like you just
Yeah.
want to drink.
I drink everything.
We'll drink,
No,
like,
I'm
rum
saying
and
that.
alcohol.
No,
We'll
man.
drink fucking.
Oh, remember I was drinking the mouthwash?
Oh God! What is wrong with you?
I was drinking mouthwash on accident.
Oh,
I don't even know
chug
how.
it.
Chugging it on
I was
accident.
like, why is half the mouthwash gone all of a sudden?
This is when we used to
We're not
party.
supposed to be smoking crack. We're not supposed to be doing
Yeah, we used to
mouthwash.
party. We were doing coke and
I said no alcohol.
no alcohol.
And she's drinking a
So
goddamn
we
thing.
were
I got
doing
so
coke.
mad.
This was many years ago. It was like 2016, I want to say. We were doing coke and we weren't going to do alcohol. But I like to do coke.
Supposedly.
I like to do coke and alcohol together.
Well,
so
we got in a fight. I couldn't figure out why we were
So we
fighting.
kept fighting and we couldn't figure out. And he's like, "How are you getting alcohol? Like, what is wrong with you?"
No, we didn't know you were drunk.
No, but
We
you
were
were
just
like, we
acting
thought
drunk.
like you were. No, but you were acting like I was drunk. You're like, but no, in your mind. You're saying, how are you getting alcohol? Not that you were questioning me.
No,
but we were like, in our mind, we're like,
what the
how
fuck?
are you acting drunk?
Well, you're acting just like us.
Yeah, we were like, how is this happening?
You're all belligerent.
And it turned out it was from the mouthwash. Because just like, I wasn't drinking it, so I thought. But what was happening was every time I would do a bong hit or anything, like eat anything or something, then I would go wash my mouth out, you know. So it was like many times a day you're using the mouthwash, but each time I was taking a little gulp of it without realizing it because it had alcohol in it. That's how addicted I was to alcohol. It's crazy. So yeah, even when I smell alcohol, I want to drink it. But not really, like it makes me want to vomit at the same time too, but it's like, it's weird. It's like, where's the weed? I'm gonna do
Oh, it's over here. Oh, we need to grind some.
Oh, great, now show him. Show him the whole shebang here.
Oh,
You
jeez.
guys get the whole shebang
That's how you
here.
get fighting.
Oh, it's so much work to take a goddamn bong hit around these parts. This is what the Jedi do all day. It's like, God, do we really even want to get stoned half the time? It takes so much work. Isn't it, Jared? Ah, you gotta do 9 things. 9 things to get your bong ready. Are you guys even seeing? Is there any, I don't even know if anyone's watching, but this is just, okay, I'll show you guys. I'll back you up in case, I don't know what's going on in here. Okay, so, in order to get a bong, we have a grinder. We have what looks like a coffee grinder is actually our weed grinder. So, are you guys seeing this? Are you too far now? Are we too far now? Can you come in closer? Our weed grinder. So we got weed. Which weed are you putting in here? Which weed are you wanting?
I don't know, I'm watching movies.
Okay, we have different kinds. We have, I forgot. What was this one called?
Candy Kush.
No, that's the big one.
Check it out. Have you guys seen this movie? I'm not going to show it for too long because YouTube will take down the fucking stream.
This is how we save it. This is a great movie. Your conscience. It's a wild, wild. It's a wild, wild. It's a wild, wild. Wild, wild life. I mean, we can't remember. Hot potato.
Man, was that movie? The reason why this movie is cool is because they nailed karaoke in 1986.
Right. This movie nailed everything.
Like they knew that was. It's just how
They
cool,
nailed fashion.
how fun was that?
He nailed fashion.
Oh, the fashion was nailed.
Oh,
Katy Perry look.
No, it's because of the bully mix. Okay, let's show them. Wow, wow. Let's show them the bong session. This is what we do, you guys, all day long. So this is what we do.
Oh, yeah, bomb.
This is what we do.
We watch movies,
And then we
create art, and we have fun, and that's why everyone fucking hates us. Because because we want to show everybody that, hey man,
Lewis told me.
life.
He heard about a woman.
What did we decide this movie was called?
And never.
Candy Kush.
No, that's the old one. What's the new
Alien
one?
OG.
No, we don't have that one no more.
Turn that light off.
She's
No,
got.
we don't have Alien OG
She
no more.
doesn't have to.
It's the new one. The new one he gave us. What do you call it? Remember? It's a new one. We don't got no Alien OG. There's a new one. I can't remember what it was. Oh, we do have Alien OG. You're right. This is Alien OG. This is Candy Kush. See the difference? You got he's the weed people in the room. Can you see the difference? The size of the buds. What I'm talking about. Candy Kush has very large buds. Alien OG, on the other hand, is very small ones. And the same with this other one, which I can't remember what it's called. It almost looks like Alien OG, but it's not. That's another one. Forgot the name. It's similar to that, but as you see, third exhibit, very large buds. Okay, so what do you feel like smoking? What do we say? Oh! This one. I'm gonna do Alien OG. Since you kept saying Alien OG. Alright, so what
Wasn't it Kush something?
Yeah, Kush Mint. I knew you'd remember.
I didn't remember
See?
shit.
Kush Mint. I knew it. You'd remember. That was it. Kush Mint. Oh, do you want some soup?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get some soup. Okay, so this is what happens. This is how ADD I am too. So yeah, I didn't even know if anyone's watching. I don't know what you guys seeing. It's blurry. It's clear. What's going on here? Okay, so we're gonna enjoy some soup here. This is our fast food after 8 hours of cooking. We got a mess going on here today. This belongs over there. Okay. Oh, how did I get so dirty today? What's going on? Okay, where are we at? Guinea soup. Oh, let's step away. Too messy here today. Very ADD today. So we are just having the best day because we had a very, very busy couple of days. And now we are relaxing for a minute here. As you guys are observing. We were just going like crazy last couple days. Okay. Soup. And then I guess I can cook. I guess they can watch me cook. Are we just doing like a really long live thing?
Yeah, I think we're just doing a stream. Just let it,
Alright, yeah, if people want to just hang out.
You want to cook or you want to watch movies with me?
Well, you said you were hungry.
Yeah, but do they want to watch movies with me or do they want to cook with you?
Oh. Well, movie would be all copyright stuff, so.
Yeah, actually, if I cook with you then.
Yeah, so, but it's up to you. This is like one huge bone. It's like a monster bone. What is it? What are they doing at this Whole Foods? Oh, who is cutting these bones? Did they like hire a new guy that they didn't tell him how to cut the bones?
Mm-hmm.
And he just like slaughters the cow so improperly. It's so weird. Okay, for years, we have been buying bones, and they were like a certain way. They were like knuckle bones. You know, you get these ones that were like these long tunnels, and you get this great. It's hot in here. We gotta turn this thing off.
Well, turn the air on. Turn the fan on.
Well, let's turn this thing off.
Okay.
We got the heat going still. Yeah, heat going. Anyways, so we have these great knuckle bones. They're like long. You get
How do you spell
really-
pajamas?
pajamas?
Yeah.
P-A-J.
No. They changed it.
No.
Yes, they did.
No.
It's P-Y-G now.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's how I've seen it several times now. I need.
P-Y-G
Yeah, that's how you spell it now.
for
It makes-
pajamas. Are you just talking about on Twitter or something?
Everywhere.
That was not pajamas.
Ask them.
Okay, anyways. So they were cut, they did these bones the same way for years. And now someone is cutting them. They're the most ridiculous things. It's like they just cut these long slabs that are like the most useless bones. Anyways, here's some of the. There's no bone in there because it's like one huge bone, but it's like there's the broth.
Man, oh, I didn't know this. You know that?
What?
Like, check it out.
What is it?
He's talking about people bringing in the drugs.
Who is?
That song.
What song?
He says,
Oh, David Byrne.
he says,
Wild Life.
he says, here comes the doctor in charge, uh-oh. And she's got some wild life. And this other one says, check out Mr. Businessman, uh-oh. He bought some wild life. I didn't know they said that. He bought some.
Why don't you grind in the half the jar at once? My goodness. Business town. Uh-oh. I didn't know I could get right out here. This is okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Some beautiful weed. Remember, we were still gonna do a bomb. We haven't even got to that yet. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. Oh. This smells so good. If you guys could know through the camera how good it smells. Wish I could express the level of enjoyment. Okay. Bong hits here.
Oh, great, fantastic.
Finally, like 9 hours later. It's about as fast as our beef broth. And getting a bone hit around these parts. See what we got. It's hot in here. like shorts on.
I know, isn't it nice?
Won't that be nice? I have to wear like parkas since we've been back from Panama. Love to wear some shorts and a tank top. Man, a good one. I'm seriously so hot. I had to change my shirt. It's too hot. Oh my gosh. I'm like so hot. So I get really hot on it too.
I got an idea.
What's your idea?
Tiesto should fucking do a song with David Byrne, Wild Wild Life for Vegas.
Oh, that would be great.
Tiesto should do a song with David Byrne for at City of Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah. We need new cones. These are all chipped. We gotta get some new cones. These cones are messed up. We gotta get some new ones.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
They're all chipped.
I know. I was gonna order a new ball. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You can do that. I think I have enough right now. Did you transfer earlier the money I told you to transfer? Because if you didn't transfer, then you definitely
I did transfer.
You did transfer.
Next time then.
No, there's probably still enough. There's still enough. You can buy one. Hey, your bong's ready. I'll bet you there's enough to still buy a bong. But this bong's ready for you. So wild, wild life. Okay, I guess I'll start cooking. Are you hungry, you said?
Yeah, sure am. Check out Mr. Businessman. Uh-oh. So check it out, guys. So for those of you kind of following, what I do is I constantly tag people in my tweets. And today I'm tweeting this video that you guys just saw live. I did a little clip on this and I'm tweeting it.
Oh, me dancing? Oh, God.
And I'm tweeting it. I did a quote from the song. I'm tweeting Tiesto and David Byrne, the guy who wrote the song. And I'm saying, hey man, you guys should get together and write, like get Tiesto getting a dance group on there, but then use the Wild Wild Life as the hook, right? Because everyone knows that song. And make that for Vegas. So So I added that in. And
Oh! This goes deeper.
What is it?
Shit. No. Take me to the river.
What about it?
We know the original singer's son.
Oh.
And David Byrne did it.
See, now this would be an example of not interjecting, but taking what I was talking about, but kind of shifting it a little bit.
No,
I'm just showing an example. That's fine. That's a good subject. Go run with that.
No.
Slightly different.
But all the same thing within Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I know you took the thought, but here's the thing. You want to run with my idea,
Yeah.
which was the fucking use wild vibe. Now, David. Now the other one, hey, another subject though. Mention that.
Well,
I forgot about that.
It's relevant because here's the thing.
Another subject you mentioned. That's what you said. Another subject.
But it's very similar subject.
It's another subject. Go ahead. It reminded you of another subject.
Oh.
That's okay. I'm not trying to be a dickhead here. I'm just saying.
So we know. So you guys know the song. Take me to the river.
Sing it a little bit. That's all I know.
Take me to the river. Oh, wash me in the water. Then I can't think of the words right now. Take me to the river. Drown me in the water.
Oh, I didn't buy it. I think that.
Next.
Something wrong with these cones.
So I told you we need comes. To the river.
Whew, that's good.
Okay, I can't think of it fully right now. But here's the story. The song is by Al Green,
Oh, right, I'm green.
who died.
Well, you dead.
But we know his son personally. He lives in Las Vegas.
Jenna,
David Byrne also redid the song "Take Me to the River." That was by Al Green. And then you were saying Tiesto and David Byrne, and I'm saying, oh, and the son of the original singer of that song lives in Vegas. Imagine if all those three together. David Byrne, Tiesto, and the son of Al Green.
I love that idea.
Because you were just talking about him the other day.
Oh gosh, I just tweeted fucking these guys.
And then that's a little...
Shit, I'm so stoned I tweeted them all. Oh shit, what'd I say? God damn it.
Yeah, we have the son of, Al Green's son. He's a rapper here in Vegas.
I love you, Ma. You're my friend.
You're my friend.
I hope I don't back you
Take me
soon.
to the river. Oh, watch me. What does it say? Sweet. I don't remember. Can we put the song on?
Yeah, but later.
I'll put it on over here. You know
No, I put it on for you.
I got it. Actually, I have my own control over here. I forget. I got this speaker.
No, I put it on here.
But
Okay, do whatever you want. But aren't you gonna get copyrights? I'll put it on.
do you get that with live?
Yeah, you bet. Well,
How's that work with live?
well, yeah. I mean, same deal.
Interesting question.
Same deal.
Same deal. So you'll get copyright on the video. Well, I think we already have it because weren't we planning things already? Wasn't it dancing? So isn't the video already copyrighted?
Yeah, probably is.
Because
Right.
remember, wasn't it dancing earlier?
Yeah, true.
You might as
Go
well
ahead.
do what you want then. So this is the song. So here's my speaker. Then my speaker. This is Go See Go. My friend. All of my devices have names. They're alive. Get out of here. Don't be saying nothing different. This one here. We got Goldie. I almost forgot her name for a second. Goldie. We don't use Goldie as often. Goldie plays our music. And a handful of other things. Okay. Goldie is our iPhone 11. Alright. She is our friend. Okay. Hold on. Take me to the river. Okay, let's do the Talking Heads version, because that's what we're talking about. This is David Byrne's. This song, you guys. know the son of the original singer who died? And this was a remake. Cover. He lives near Vegas. He's in Vegas, okay?
For a 30, how old are you now?
I'm gonna be 36 in like 9 days, I think.
Who's that? What we got coming? No idea. What Make sure we got a view going. Oh, they're just looking at the floor.
Sure you want to what? What happened?
Not right now, Mom.